What's a crack-a-lackin'? It's the Disasterologist. This is the first video ever here, so welcome, I guess? Huh? What's that, you guys? Huh? Yes, I know I'm a little nervous. Yes? No, I know. I'm well aware that I am awkward on camera. I will ease into it. This is the first video. Let's relax, okay? So I have a game to play. Not that any of y'all can participate anyways. I mean, it's a video. Anyways, this came up because sometimes I can open these cocktail shakers and other times I just fucking suck at opening them. I can't explain why, other than sometimes I don't have the right technique despite searching up how to get these shakers unstuck. Oh, and if y'all want specifics, this is just a 10 on 10 shaker here. My lizard brain saw one diagram of different shakers. A 10 on 10 shaker wasn't even shown, it was just a Boston shaker, so that's what I thought I had. So that's my reasoning. It was a pretty shitty diagram, but if I looked at actual like photos, or at the very worst, like better diagrams than what I saw, I think I would have figured out what shaker I would have had, because obviously a Boston glass and a tin look very different. So no Boston glass obviously will be harmed in the making of this video, but these two tins will. And this shaker, and this Hawthorne strainer, and this mug, and everything else that's here. With that being said, let's play Will the Cocktail Shaker Open? And we'll start it off with something I found once called the Kentucky Summer, which I thought I lost the recipe for this. Turns out I didn't, so huzzah! So to start this off, we're going to put a couple of basil leaves in the tin. It smells really good. Fun fact, this cultivar of basil is named after me, Emily. Isn't that great? Next thing we're gonna do, we are going to do 2 ounces of bourbon. Use whatever fucking bourbon y'all want. I'm using Bullet. At first, Jim Beam was my go-to, but the more I used Bullet, the more I actually started to like it. I'll still use Jim Beam, it's very nice, but you know, so this is also good too. Oh, and why are we working in the big tin rather than the small tin when usually people work with the small tin and then they put the big tin up and then start shaking?
I don't know. You know what? We're going to do it this way here, because why not? It doesn't really matter. It's not going to make the drink taste any different.
Next thing we're going to do is muddle the leaves just with the bourbon. You don't really need to muddle them too much. You just do like a little bit. It's not like fruit. There you go. You're good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some maraschino liqueur. Now, oh fuck, why is this sticky? Wow, what the fuck? I can hate maraschino liqueur sometimes. It just leaks. Shouldn't, but it does. I'll have to get some fucking paper towel because this is nasty. Okay. Sorry, I thought maraschino liqueur spilled on the floor too. That's fine. Alright. There we go. Now, this recipe calls for 1 ounce. Do I really want to do 1 ounce? No. Because last time I did that, not for this recipe, something entirely different, I added more than half an ounce. I never wanted to throw up more in my life. So, we are not doing that. Instead, we are going to do... what would be the best? You know what? Let's stick with half an ounce, because I'm not going to deal with tasting a whole lot of maraschino liqueur. It's going to get overpowering pretty fast. So we're not going to do that. Ew, gross. Alright, next thing we're going to do is add, I think we'll do 1 ounce of lemon juice, just as the recipe says. That's completely fine. We'll do that. Alright. Now, the next thing we're going to do is add half an ounce of simple syrup. I don't want this to pour out too fast because this will pour out pretty fast. Okay. Now we can start shaking. Now for the fun part, the actual not boring part. Oh wait, hang on. This recipe said 40 to 60 shakes. Hang on. Just kidding. I'm not gonna fucking do that. That should be good. Now let's see if the shaker will open. I think you're supposed to hold it like this and then go with. Yay! The cocktail shaker opened. First try, let's go. I didn't even struggle, so I am very proud of myself. I've had some pretty feisty struggles with this. There we go. And it fits perfectly, so no need for 1 ounce of maraschino liqueur because that shit's nasty. You don't want to do an ounce. You want to do probably no more than half an ounce. So, anyway, we are going to garnish with... Hello. We're going to garnish with, they want a basil sprig, but you know what? Don't have any more basil sprigs because those are going to be drying. So we're going to do a nice big ass basil leaf. It's kind of folded, but you know what? She looked cute. And that concludes Will the Cocktail Shaker Open. I made a good call on not using too much maraschino liqueur. Anyways, cheers, y'alls!